it was a fantastic film for Chiranjeevi Garu's comeback. Vinay Garu is first of all a very, very organized director. I think it's a brilliant combination. I mean, I felt it's a honor and privilege to work for his 150th.
రామ్ చరణ్ గారి నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో మీరే వర్క్ చేయబోతున్నారు.
It will be a very different experience for Ram Charan. It will be a very challenging role for him.
మీ ఫ్యామిలీ నుంచి ఎలాంటి సపోర్ట్ ఉంటుంది?
నా సక్సెస్ కారణం ఫస్ట్ is my wife only. She is like a father and mother to my son and daughter. When I came to Suku during Arya, I asked him for a dialogue. You cannot ask every hero to be like Mahesh Babu.
హాయ్, నమస్తే. 10 సంవత్సరాలుగా ప్రపంచంలో ఉన్న తెలుగు ప్రేక్షకులందరూ చిరంజీవి గారి 150 సినిమా కోసం ఎంతో ఎదురు చూశారు. ఖైదీ నంబర్ 150 రిలీజ్ అయ్యి సినిమా ప్రపంచంలో ఒక పెద్ద బ్లాక్ బస్టర్గా ఎన్నో రికార్డులు సృష్టించింది. చిరంజీవి గారి రీఎంట్రీతో సినిమా ప్రపంచంలో మళ్ళీ వైభవం తిరిగి వచ్చేసింది. చిరంజీవి గారిని ఎంతో గ్రేస్ఫుల్గా, ఎంతో హ్యాండ్సమ్గా తెర మీద మనకి చూపించి ఒక మ్యాజిక్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన గ్రేటెస్ట్ టెక్నీషియన్, ఏ వండర్ఫుల్ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్, ది మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ లైట్స్ రాండీ రత్నవేలు గారితో ఈరోజు మన క్లాసిక్ టైమ్స్ విత్ ప్రవీణ. హలో సార్.
హాయ్ ప్రవీణ.
వెరీ హ్యాపీ టు మీట్ యూ సార్. సో ఐ వెల్కమ్ యూ ఫర్ టుడేస్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ. ఎలా ఉన్నారు సార్?
బాగున్నాను. ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ గుడ్.
మీరు చిరంజీవి గారి 150 సినిమా రిలీజ్కి ముందే ఇంత హిట్ అవుతుందని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేశారా?
I thought Kaidi was a very good template and it was a fantastic film for Chiranjeevi Garu's comeback, and he loved the script very much. Rest, we got a very good director, P. Vinay Garu, and a wonderful team. So we achieved in style. Initially, we didn't expect it to have a very big hit. We thought it would be a hit film. But then the people, they wanted their megastar. They looked at him and then they came and saw twice, thrice, and made it a very big hit. And it's a genuine and it's a phenomenal hit.
Yes. చిరంజీవి గారి కంబ్యాక్ తోటి మళ్ళీ మాకు తెలుగు సినిమాలో మళ్ళీ మేము మిస్ చేసిన వైభవం అంతా మళ్ళీ తిరిగి వచ్చేసింది.
అవునవును.
సో సార్, మీరు ప్రతి సినిమాకి ఒక టెస్ట్ షూట్ చేస్తారని విన్నాను.
అవునవును.
సో చిరంజీవి గారి సినిమాకి కూడా టెస్ట్ షూట్ చేశారా?
Yeah, of course. Before the filming started, I asked for a test shoot, and then we did a test with Chiranjeevi Garu. Test, what happens, you study his face, which light to put, whether put a top light or put a side light or put a low bounce, and how is his texture, skin is responding to the light. Suppose if I put a hard light, how his skin is responding. So what I do, I take the precaution, make it more softer and make it look more glowing. All those things we study in a test shoot. So that was pretty helpful for me. In fact, after the test shoot, Ram Charan and Chiranjeevi Garu, entire family, director, everybody, they got really kicked and they said he looks 10 years younger. And in the end, when the movie got over, Charan told me father looks 20 years younger. So I felt really happy because these kind of tests, they really help you to study the face.
సార్, నేను ఈ సినిమా మొత్తము 3 monthsలోనే ఫినిష్ చేశారంట. సో ఇంత పెద్ద ప్రాజెక్ట్, ఇంత పెద్ద హీరో, మళ్ళీ కమ్బ్యాక్ ఫిల్మ్, మీకు ఎలాంటి ఛాలెంజెస్ ఉన్నాయి?
ఛాలెంజ్ అంటే వెరీ షార్ట్ విండో. ది డే వీ అనౌన్స్డ్ పూజా డేట్, ద రిలీజ్ డేట్ ఆల్సో వాస్ అనౌన్స్డ్ ఆన్ ద సేమ్ డే. సో వీ హ్యాడ్ ఎ వెరీ షార్ట్ విండో, షూటింగ్ పీరియడ్ like 3.5 months, and then 1 month post production and then release. So anything goes wrong also we can't. But then the director also planned meticulously. Everybody put in an effort. Even my side, I had to plan a lot of things in advance and execute it. And more than anything, Chiranjeevi Garu cooperated like anything. Like okay, first film hero ga he was cooperating. He used to come 7 o'clock ante 6:45 the makeup sir will be ready. Okay. And once when you tell him, sir, 5:30 your scene is over, no, I'll sit for some time, I'll watch, he'll say. That is because his passion and love for cinema was so nice. We were able to achieve it, I feel.
Yes. ఏదన్నా ఏంటంటే ఈ సినిమా షూటింగ్లో జరిగినప్పుడు ఏదన్నా కొన్ని సీన్స్ మీకు చాలా ఛాలెంజింగ్ అనిపించుంటాయి. అంటే ఈ సమయం ఏదైతే తక్కువ అవడం వల్ల, సో అలాంటి ఏదైనా ఛాలెంజింగ్ సీన్ గురించి మాకు చెప్తారా?
విలేజ్ సీన్ చాలా ఛాలెంజింగ్ బికాస్ ది హోల్ ఫిల్మ్ స్క్రిప్ట్లో it has to be a dry village. But when we started filming, a lot of rain started coming in. So we started getting more greeneries in the background. So manipulating how to make the green brown and how not to commit those frame, those were difficult, and somehow we did. Especially our suicide scene, Devi had given a wonderful music. Neeru Neeru song was fantastic. So when we went for filming, The wind was too heavy. It started raining. I put a light from top from a crane. The crane was swinging like this. So it was pretty difficult. Despite all those things, I achieved a good visual. That was a very tough point actually.
ఆ సీన్ చాలా కీలకమైన సీన్ కదా సార్. దట్ వాజ్ ఎ బ్రేక్ త్రూ సీన్ ఇన్ ద ఎంటైర్ ఫిల్మ్.
Exactly. More emotional.
Yes.
So I had planned to get some reflection instead of just putting a light on the artist. Felt like I put some halogen lights from the factory hitting the water. Those reflections were creating a shimmer kind of thing in the water. So when you put a tight close up of these men who are going to make a suicide, the light was coming from top. They got a nice eye shadow and that mood was there. And these reflections added a lot of to the emotion.
Yes. We could see that magic on screen, sir.
Of course.
అండ్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్గా అందులో ఒక ఫైట్ ఉంది సార్, కాయిన్ ఫైట్.
Coin fight.
అంటే మేము తమిళ్లో కూడా చూసాము కాయిన్ ఫైట్, బట్ అందులో కానీ మన తెలుగులో ఇంకా చాలా బాగుంది సార్. ఆ ఫైట్ అంతా మీ మీద ఎక్కువ బేస్ అయి ఉంది, ఎందుకంటే లైట్స్తో కూడింది కాబట్టి.
అవునండి.
సో ఆ ఫైట్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ గురించి.
That fight was pretty tricky. Reason is it is a night effect fight, coin fight. The entire place we shot in day effect. I had to shoot because considering the dates and then to not strain Chiranjeevi sir in the night, stunt master, all those things were there. So what I did, I covered the entire building which had a very good skylight opening. So very huge skylight opening. I had to completely put a black cloth for that one and cover the entire building from stray light. And the concept is when the power goes off, you get an ambient light. That comes only from those windows in the background. If I just put a black cloth for the window, doesn't make sense. So I need to cover the black cloth and then light up and create that ambience once the power goes off. I tried to give that hero elevation in that fight, giving more golden yellow tone for Chiranjeevi garu when the power comes in, and little bit of greenish blue light. And that high speed shots were very tricky, especially when the power goes off also, you need to shoot a slow motion. So it's like not 100 frames, like 500 frames we shot. I had to pump in more light, but then it had to have the same night effect feel. And my grader colorist Raghu also helped me a lot. We worked more on the colors and levels.
సో మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు మేము సినిమా చూస్తే మాకు తెలుస్తుంది డే లైట్లో నైట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ని మీరు క్రియేట్ చేశారు.
అవునండి.
సో దట్ వాజ్ రియలీ అమేజింగ్ సార్ టు మీ.
Another important thing in the coin fight is we were trying to shoot in extreme low light condition kind of feel. So in a bright light condition, Chiranjeevi garu look very smart, dynamic. Again, even in the dark also, his style and look has to be good. So that was I had to put more effort and concentrate even in the darkness also. So Chiranjeevi garu and Vinay garu are looking at me, oh, even in darkness you're trying to do that. So and then I had to pump in more smoke into the entire area to give that ambience. So what happened, entire area is covered with black cloth and a lot of lights being pumped inside, plus the smoke, and there's no ventilation, the smoke to go outside. After the first day everybody started coughing, but what to do, we need to achieve that effect. Even it was difficult for Chiranjeevi sir, but then he cooperated.
Yes sir. Out of your pain also, that coin fight really came out so beautifully. It's there in every audience's mind, still carried.
Thank you.
సార్, చిరంజీవి గారి సినిమాలో హీరోయిన్ ఎవరు ఉంటారు అని చాలా రోజులు సస్పెన్స్ని క్రియేట్ చేశారు. బట్ వన్ ఫైన్ డే కాజల్ అని అనౌన్స్ చేశారు. సో ఈ పేరింగ్ గురించి అసలు అంటే మీరు ముందు కెమెరా ముందు చూసే ముందు మీరే ఫస్ట్ చూసుంటారు. సో ఆ పేరింగ్ మీకు ఎలా అనిపించింది?
I think it's a brilliant combination. It was perfect combination, Chapali, because Kajal is, I mean, she's got a very pretty face, very good looking artist. Even after 8 or 9 years, people start loving her and she's number one like in the industry. And immediately when she stands next to Chiranjeevi garu, both of them look fantastic combo, I feel. The chemistry was good.
ఇంతకు ముందు కూడా మీరు ఇలాంటి మ్యాజిక్ చేశారు ఇంతకు ముందు ఫిల్మ్లో కూడా.
Yeah, Brahmotsavam with Kajal, yeah, shot of that.
And Rajinikanth sir and
Aishwarya Rai.
More or less same kind of magic you have recreated.
True.
Sir, how is it working with Vinayak sir? First time మీరు వినాయక్ sir తో అసోసియేట్ అయ్యారు. How is his style of working?
Vinay garu is first of all a very, very organized director. He knows his craft very well. He plans very well. So it makes other people's life easier. But on a technical point, it's a little difficult. Reason is he shoots very fast. And then people who expect more time, it will be difficult. But generally I shoot very fast. Even for me it was a little bit difficult. But then we had to, this movie had a time frame and he's a very good human being, nice person. He took so much care of me. In fact, daily from his house only the lunch used to come. I love non-vegetarian food. He used to get me this natu kodi pulusu, gongra mamsam, all these things from house. He was keeping on. I put on weight because of Vinay sir. And coming to set, he was keeping everything under like control. Say for example, the artist, they have to come at 11 o'clock, one artist, then 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, scheduling, getting things done. Those things were very good. So that's the reason I'm able to complete it quickly also. But then it's a different kind of school. See, I work in a different style. Vinay Garu works in a different style. But then if I start putting my style into him, it will go haywire. It's basically a mixture. So what I did, I understood his style and started adapting to this movie. And my center focus was concentrating on Chiranjeevi sir's look, style. Of course, the mood I maintain throughout the movie. Garu is a person, whenever he sees a nice shot or a good visual, immediately he'll come and hold and say, sir, superb. That charged me, even despite shooting, stressing, like on 3 days scene, we shoot in 1 day, that kind of speed when you shoot. After seeing the scene, he comes and hugs or he says, sir, superb. Then we also get thrilled and we work.
Yes, that motivates.
Motivation is very good.
Sir, what is the best compliment మీకు చిరంజీవి గారి నుంచి వచ్చిన బెస్ట్ కాంప్లిమెంట్ ఆఫ్టర్ వాచింగ్ ది ఫిల్మ్?
Chiranjeevi Garu, he just told, Randy, you're a magician. That was fantastic. I mean, not only that, every now and then, whenever he finds a good shot, he's a genius. Though he was not in the industry for 9 years, technically he is very sound. When he shoot a double action shot, what is the timing, what kind of light, everything he notices on set. He just doesn't come and say his dialogue. He sees which light is glowing. Even when my assistant missed a light, I would have switched on a light and come, and when I go next to the camera, that particular light would have switched off, or maybe one guy would have put a small shadow. That's a very minor shadow. He will look at that side and say, is it okay? So very conscious, and he's got that old school discipline he's got.
149 ఫిలిమ్స్ చేశారు సార్ చిరంజీవి గారు. సో ఆయన గ్రేస్ అంటే కెమెరా ఎంత లవ్ చేసి ఉంటుందో ఆయన మళ్ళీ చూడడానికి. సో ఆయన గ్రేస్ మీ వర్క్కి ఎంత యాడ్ అయింది?
Chiranjeevi Garu, when he sits in the side, it's different. When he enters the frame, he's a killer. He's fantastic. The way he carries is really good. And I mean, I felt it's a honor and privilege to work for his 150th. That too after 9 or 10 years, when people wanted to see him in the best. So I really liked him very much, loved him very much. I put more effort to make him look good. And I can see that now after the movies become big hit, wherever I go, everybody, not only from higher class to every lower class, everybody comes and says, Chiranjeevi Garu looks so stunning, he's so young. Some people come and thank me also. So I feel really happy and proud.
ఆడియన్స్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా సార్, మా హీరోని మీరు ఇంత అందంగా ఇంత హ్యాండ్సమ్గా చూపించారు మీరు.
అవును,
ఇట్స్ రియలీ అమేజింగ్ సార్. సార్, చిరంజీవి గారు అద్భుతమైన డాన్సర్. ఆయన అసలు ఆయన పాత సినిమాలు చూసుకుంటే అందరూ ఆయన చూసే సినిమాల్లోకి హీరోలు అవుదామని వచ్చారు. ఫిల్మ్ సాంగ్స్ మేకింగ్లో మీకు ఏదైనా ఎనీ మూమెంట్ దట్ యూ రిమెంబర్?
అమ్ముడు కుమ్ముడు డాన్స్ మూమెంట్స్ ఆర్ రియలీ ఫంటాస్టిక్. Chiranjeevi Garu carried it so well. Even the younger generation heroes who are in 20s or 25s also, they get really scared to do those movements. He's done a fabulous one. His expression, timings are unbelievable. Devi gave a wonderful music based on Chiranjeevi sir. Like all the songs were very from Ratalu to Amadu Kumbudu, all the songs were very commercially very interesting, and which were suiting his dance moves.
Yes.
Chiranjeevi Garu, without doubt, he carried it so very well and become a big hit.
Sir, I am now going to ask you a question about the producer of the film, Ram Charan Garu. How was he as a producer?
Charan is a very cool guy and is a very dynamic producer. He also plans very well. He planned and executed it very well. And then his first movie as a producer, super duper hit, What Else He Wants. And as a person, what happened, once the shooting started running, like 5 or 10 days later, he came to me and asked, is everything comfort, stay, everything is fine, all, he asked me, everything all okay. Then he told me, can I send you food on a daily basis?
Oh.
So I thought, once in a while they'll send food, but on a daily basis, because why Charan, no, you're eating a hotel food, I want you to be more comfortable, he told. I mean, that's a care he takes for technician. He's a wonderful human being too.
సార్, మేము ఇప్పుడు విన్నాము రామ్ చరణ్ గారి నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో మీరే వర్క్ చేయబోతున్నారు. సో మేమందరం చాలా ఈగర్గా ఉన్నాం దాని గురించి తెలుసుకోవాలని.
This movie is being directed by Sukumar, and Ram Charan is the hero. It's totally a different movie because people expect Suku, me, and all to do a very stylized movie. This is out and out a village movie with more of emotion, love, and action. And village is a different kind of feel for all three of a challenge for us. Suku, Ram Charan, me, Devi. It's a different challenge, and we have some nice concept to deliver. Samantha is the lead in this movie, and then very successful producers, Maitri Movies, they're the producer of the movie. It's a fantastic combo. We've been doing a lot of discussion, Reiki, look test, all those things. I think it'll shape out very well.
సో ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది సార్ రామ్ చరణ్ గారి క్యారెక్టర్? విలేజ్ బేస్డ్ అన్నారు, అందుకనేనా ఆయన లుక్ మారింది కొంచెం?
Yeah, we've been asking him to grow beard. It's already, he's got some 2 months of old beard, and he's looking very rugged and tough in this movie. So I can't reveal anything more than this.
So your test shoot is going to start very soon.
Yeah, test shoot and shoot is going to start. And then in this movie, it will be a very different experience for Ram Charan. It will be a very challenging role for him.
ఓకే సార్, మీరు మీ ప్రొఫెషన్లో చాలాసార్లు అంటే చాలా రోజులు, చాలా నెలలు అనలేము, మీ ఫ్యామిలీ నుంచి చాలా అవే ఉంటారు. సో మీ ఫ్యామిలీ నుంచి ఎలాంటి సపోర్ట్ ఉంటుంది?
నా సక్సెస్ కారణం ఫస్ట్ ఇస్ మై వైఫ్ ఓన్లీ. I mean, when I'm away from home, she is like a father and mother to my son and daughter, and she takes care of my mom. So intilo problem ante that will reflect on your shooting schedule, creativity will get lost. She is very cooperative, very friendly, she keeps me cool, she never posts me anything which goes wrong or doesn't tell in the phone. I mean, in fact, my discipline is right from morning when I come to the set, I never pick up phone and talk. Only during lunchtime I switch on my phone. Again in the evening I do that. So she knows that. That's I mean, very important. You should have a good wife and a good family. I mean, that's how you can really deliver this kind of result.
Very true. I want to know more about your kids.
Yeah, my son name is Adit, and then my daughter is Ahana. My son, he paints very well. He's trying to get more into cinematography. I don't know. I told him get into architecture and engineering, but I think most probably he'll get into my field because he paints really well. At the age of 11, he had a very big workshop, like 20-25 of his paintings.
Oh, so what kind of paintings he do, sir?
He does with the oil painting, and then as well as
Sketching.
yeah, sketching.
Oh, so he's well versed with the camera.
I haven't taught him, but he's freaking out with camera. But the thing is, he is able to see deep into one more layer. Like somebody who come and assist us for 3 years, after 3 or 4 years only they learn a light which is falling on the ground, creating a sheen or reflection, or that kind of thing he is able to see. Unconventionally he is shooting. He doesn't want anything to look flat. He is going against the light and getting a rim light. All those things he's doing. I mean, he's a kid, but yet he is able to. I haven't trained him, but he's just following my step, I think so.
We're observing you for the past so many years.
Yeah. And then whenever he watches him, Appa, this light looks bad on that guy. Hey, don't, that cameraman will come and scold you, Dad, don't do that, I used to tell him. No, see, he's put a glare, that's really irritating. This tone is bad, and keep quiet. You first complete your course and then come and talk about this.
సార్, ఇంతకు ముందు కూడా మీరు తమిళ్ సూపర్ స్టార్ రజనీకాంత్ గారితో వర్క్ చేసి ఉన్నారు, రోబో, బిగ్ మూవీ. సో రజనీకాంత్ గారు లాంటి సూపర్ స్టార్తో వర్క్ చేయడం ఎలా అనిపించింది?
Rajini sir also, that's what I'm telling you, like Rajini sir, Chiranjeevi sir and all, they come from a old school discipline and they know about the practical filmmaking, they respect technicians. I felt like when I was shooting Robo with Rajini sir, he was like a first film hero. He makes you comfortable, he makes you feel you are shooting a first film hero.
Okay.
And the charisma and aura which they have is amazing. And you try to put more effort towards them. Though on a longer palette, when you think on a movie, creating a mood is one point, and then concentrating on your main actor, that too with a superstar image, that's an extra thing.
సార్, మేము సినిమాలో చూసినప్పుడు సాంగ్స్ మాకు బాగా గుర్తుండిపోతాయి. ఒక కామన్ ఆడియన్స్గా ఎంత బ్యూటిఫుల్గా ఉంది లొకేషన్, ఎంత అందంగా ఉంది, దాని వెనకాల కష్టం మాకు తెలీదు. సో ఈ రోబో ఫిలింలో కూడా కిలిమంజారో అనే ఒక సాంగ్ వండర్ఫుల్ లొకేషన్స్. సో మీరు వెళ్తారండి లొకేషన్ సెలెక్ట్ చేయడానికి?
Shankar sir and me, we were discussing, and then we zeroed on this Machu Picchu location. It is a wonderful place. He has already shot Seven Wonders of the World. This is like one of the natural wonder of the world. But to go to this place is so tiring. ఇక్కడ నుంచి దుబాయ్ ఒక 4.5 hours, అక్కడ నుంచి ఒక 17 hours to Sao Paulo, Brazil. From Brazil 5 hours flight to Lima, it's in Peru. And then 1 hour flight to Cusco. From Cusco 3 hours lay down because of higher altitude, take rest, and then take some 2-3 hours train, then 2 hours car, you hit the place. Then that's a hotel. To the reach the location again 40 minutes trekking you have to do daily.
Everybody.
Even Rajni sir, Aishwarya Rai became mad. Oh my God, we've been traveling such a long distance. But once when they came to this Machu Picchu, when they saw, wow, amazing, they told. That is the thing.
సో ఈవెన్ ఎవరైనా 45 minutes ట్రెక్ చేయాల్సి.
Compulsory. And the worst thing is they don't have a restroom or something in the top portion. So everybody they had to control shooting crew. So we had to finish our breakfast, then go top floor, climb the Inca trails, shoot there. We used to consume very less water, then rush up for the lunch. It was pretty tough, but then we got some interesting visuals. And the second song also was very tough. It was like the place is called São Luís Maranhães. It is in Brazil. That place was very recently found. The reason was it is deep into the jungle, and you have to cross the jungle, then hit a desert.
ఓకే.
Either you have to take 2 hours by boat, and then take a 4-wheel drive jeep,
Okay.
go through the forest, and then go through desert. It's got hundreds of pools of water. That Kadalanikal song we shot there. That's also a spectacular location. Once you put the camera, you will go mad. It's crazy, fantastic place.
సో శంకర్ సార్, హీఈస్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఎ జెమ్. సో హౌ వాజ్ ఇట్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ హిమ్?
Shankar sir, he's a wonderful planner. He's a very good director. He knows the commercial pulse very much. All his movies you must have watched, Aparachitru or first movie Indian. All his movies were really brilliant, and he gets the best technicians. Rajni sir, Aishwarya Rai, A.R. Rahman, Sabu Cyril, or Stanwin Studios, or me, or okay, all the best people he gets. So it makes life easier to communicate to people. When they communicate, everybody knows what to do. So even you have a Manish Malhotra, like a costume designer, you tell this, then immediately they'll give 10 ideas, and you get the best cream out of it.
సార్, రోబో లాంటి సినిమా అది చాలా టెక్నికల్గా ఉండే సినిమా సార్. మిగతా సినిమాలకి చాలా డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. సో రెగ్యులర్ మూవీస్కి ఇలాంటి టెక్నికల్ బేస్డ్ మూవీస్కి ఎలాంటి ఛాలెంజెస్ ఉంటాయి?
This movie was like most toughest movie I think in the country during the time. Reason is it had a lot of CG shots, live plates and CG. And అప్పుడు CG అంటే ఒక 60-70% క్వాలిటీ వస్తుంది, బాకీ it will be little tacky. So I was just studying what was the mistake going through, how to approach this from a cinematographer point of view. When you watch a Hollywood movie, you are able to feel, you don't see it's a CG, it gels very well. So what is the difference? So I started making a list of do's and don'ts for this movie, right from choosing the right negative to exposing, and then scanning in a proper way, and then color timing in the DI. Generally when we give it to CG house, what happens, you get a final composite output. When it comes to you, you just increase the brightness or deepen it, or little bit of color you do it. But when you give a different layers, get the different layers, you're able to match it seamlessly. That I was trying to do. And during the shooting process, I was using all the disciplines, like what do you say, 1,000 to 2,000 page of camera report was written, every single shot, because it was very complex. I had to shoot Rajni sir and Aishwarya Rai in the morning. Suppose morning you shoot some 25-30 shots. After lunch, Rajni sir will go for the robo getup.
ఓకే.
Again, same 25-30 shots I had to do in the afternoon. So wherever I put camera in the morning, that place will be marked up. Again, I have to come and put there. So once creating is easy and interesting, recreating is bore. You will draw with a style. Then again, you can't do the same strokes, no? Yes. So that kind of toughness. So put so much effort, and then despite this, Along, I mean, all these things, I had to show Rajni sir in the best condition. Aishwarya Rai very young.
సార్ హౌ డూ యూ గెట్ అప్డేటెడ్ విత్ దిస్ టెక్నాలజీ? ఏదైనా బుక్స్ చదువుతారా మీరు?
I regularly follow American Cinematographer book. Right, for the past 20 years, I've been reading American Cinematographer. There you find all the top DOPs in the world. They talk about their experience in the movies. Say for example, Revenant, the cinematographer would have shot in -40 degrees, what all he underwent, and maybe in a sunny condition in African desert, some cinematographer shot. All these life's experience will help you over the years of experience what they. And apart from this, when you read, go through the web, lot of new technology coming every now and then. The technology keeps on growing. Like Neno Kudne, I shot on Red Epic. Now for Charan's movie Helium, I'm going to use a 8K camera. So there's a drastic change. Technology is growing day by day. So you need to constantly keep upgrading. Otherwise, it's too difficult to cope up.
ఎన్నో టెక్నికల్ విషయాలు నాకు కూడా రత్నవేల్ గారిని అడిగి తెలుసుకోవాలని ఉంది. అదే షార్ట్ ఫిల్మ్స్ చేసే ఒక యంగ్ డైరెక్టర్ తెలుసుకుంటే ఇంకా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్గా, ఇంకా ఇన్ఫర్మేటివ్గా ఉంటుంది. ఆ డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ మిత్రమా, రాకేష్ సిల్వా.
Hi sir.
Hi Rakesh.
Thank you firstly for the opportunity to speak today. When you're making this Kaidi number 150, did any time original Katti Tamil visuals block your creative vision when you're setting up frame for Chiranjeevi sir or other crew?
Not really. Generally, when you do a remake, there's a common feeling that you have to go follow the same thing. Probably, maybe in the scenes we would have followed it, but not on the visual. I mean, I wasn't restricted by Vinay sir or Chiranjeevi sir. I had a freedom in that. I was just following my style in this movie.
A creative effort of a cinematographer, sometimes it goes into the credit of a director. Needless to say, a cinematographer pretty much viewers feel that he's just capturing what director dictates him. But a lot of discussions happen between director and cinematographer on how to execute it onto the screen to reflect the director's idea. So did you ever feel such kind of thing that, okay, it's actually my idea, but it gets into the credit of the director?
I mean, I never felt like it's my idea given. See, basically, it's a teamwork.
Okay.
Director, cinematographer, like husband and wife. It's not like my work or your work. But then, I'll tell you, cinema is a visual medium. So the cinematographer gives his life's experience to give that mood. If you say take one Godfather movie, the kind of look which Gordon Willis, cinematographer, given, lit up the way the bad guys are there, Marlon Brando or Al Pacino, that only communicate. If you put a straight fill and made it flat, then you won't feel they are bad guys or. So it's a cinematographer's, every single cinematographer. Apocalypse Now, you must have watched. In that movie, you see very beautiful visual, sometimes very disturbing visual, very intriguing visuals are there. When you see Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan, the cinematographer captured from a combat cameraman point of view. Everything is on a handle, the camera is running, is on the move. You feel like you're witnessing the event, you're running into the battlefield. That is the style is given. So it's basically the cinematographer has to give the mood for each and every scene. Even in Neno Kudne, the action scenes will be different. When Mahesh Garu, he goes for the flashback in Ireland, when he goes for the nostalgic feel, so that had to be very significant. That Peter Tata song, when the boy is running, that rhyme song, what happened? If it had shot with a regular one beautiful visual, it wouldn't work. We had planned for a very significant background where the memory, down the memory lane you go, also remember that Scrabo Tower and the bridge, rope bridge, and the building, all those things are very, and the trees, everything is very significant, and that gives the mood. The lighting also, it takes you very nostalgic, gives a nostalgic feel. And the interior where Mahesh enters and sees his past also, it's been lit up in such a way you get the mood. That sequence I didn't shoot in Ireland, I shot in RFC, Ramoji Film C, put a set and shot. But then the cinematographer has to imagine how it's happening in Ireland some 20 years, 15 years back, and create that cold light which is coming through the window, and where when he reads the book or when he opens an album, that emotion and feel is communicated through visual.
As you speak, we very much clearly hear you are very much into script, but anywhere do you feel the emotional disconnect when a particular scene is happening?
Right from my early days, right from Sethu Nanda, all these movies I used to do in Tamil, I used to listen to script and dialogues. to communicate the director's vision. When I came to Suku during Arya, I asked him for a dialogue. He told me, first time in industry I'm hearing a cinematographer asking for dialogue. Then I told, see, cinematographer has to give his understand a dialogue, and based on that only he'll start putting the camera angles. Then after 2-3 days shooting, he felt so happy. Every single dialogue he started translating to me in English like a heroine, translating, giving to me. And all his movies, Jagadam, Neno Kodne, even the recent movie also, he sees that first I'm getting a translation. Because certain dialogues, the way you compose the image will take the movie to next level. If you don't understand the dialogues, you just put a one wide shot and beautiful visual and then cut to a tight shot, you get a beautiful visual, but not the mood. I am a kind of cinematographer who tries to understand the scene, dialogues, and try to put a camera angle. Why should I put it like this? Why can't I put it from top? Why can't I put it from low? Why can't I have a foreground disturbance through commit the character? Those things I keep on working.
Usually directors rushing up the cameraman to finish up the shoot because they have to manage with the artist and too many challenges they'll be throwing up. Did you ever feel such rush a bit?
It happens, sometimes it happens. I mean, after reaching a point, nobody disturbs you. I am generally a very fast cinematographer. I take my decisions very quickly. Tuck, it will be, once I come to the spot, I know where my key light has to come, where the fill has to come, what is the content. Next shot, when they cut, where the camera will go, I know.
A cinematographer's role is pretty much similar to a wicket keeper, because he needs to be up ready every time. Usually artists give appointment or to talk to someone in between shots, but I believe a DOP and a team is very much busy in between the shots. That's where their prime work is, and they work before the shot, during the shot, and after the shot. So when you step in the morning and until you leave the sets, it's completely you're on your job. So isn't it too much strenuous on you, and how do you handle that pressure and how do you prepare for it?
Of course, it's one of the most difficult job in a set, and sometimes torturous also. Of course, I enjoy it. Okay. But then cinematographer is the person who enters the set first in the morning, and he is the person who is to go last in the set. Okay. That's because we come to the set, we light up the set, keep everything ready, we shoot a shot. After the shot is over, hero, heroine, they go relax for some time. Director also takes a time out. When everybody can relax, cinematographer cannot relax. And then even during lunch, when we have food, we eating, after lunch I need to light up the corridor, I need to light up this way, my sunlight will go from this side, all those things thought will be going on. Okay. Pretty torturous thing. But then I enjoy cinematography, I love that profession. Lot of hurdles are there.
When a writer is preparing for a scene, he will write it, he will have multiple versions, and if he doesn't like it, he will strike it off and come for one more. If a music director, he is composing, he may work on it for 6 days. If he doesn't like it, he will scrap it and come down. Yeah. When a cinematographer sets a frame, at least a minimum 15 minutes he will take to light it up. He sets a frame. Even he is a creative person, he feel like, let me do one more thing, but when he moves, entire set goes like panicking, why he is changing again. So don't you think it's a very inherent limitation for a cinematographer?
People think it's only craft. No, it's like a painter using his brush strokes and then putting his life's experience and trying to deliver a good visual. As you told, and I put the camera here and start filming, I might find that a light coming and hitting at the artist and his nose is looking longer. Then I will tell him to move a little bit to left or shift the light. But probably on a set, they were saying, what is the after lighting they're changing? Okay. Person to person, it changes. See, someone might have a short nose, someone might have a long nose, someone will be having a deep set eye or a big jaw, all those things. You light up with your assistants or somebody else. When the actor comes into the frame, it's totally a different thing. So these things, even the other people should understand that. When you go to a bigger level, they understand.
Do you consider that just a academic background or a film school degree is not sufficient, and
after studying all these things, you need to get into the set, work under a DOP for maybe 6 months, 1 year or 2 years to understand how to light up a set, how to light up an actor, how to create a mood. Those things you will understand. You cannot just in your film school they might have given you some 3 lights. When you come to a massive set like Robo, where some 200-300 lights, big sets are there, so you need where to put a light, where not to put a light, how to get the reflection, how not to get the reflection. See, like example I'll tell you, I was shooting a metal song in Robo. See, the background is fully chrome. The floor also is chrome. Actors, dancers are wearing chrome. So you know the chrome, silver and all, when you put a light reflects like, so despite this you need to show your actors very well. Rajini sir and Aishwarya Rai have to look very beautiful in this situation. So when you are an experienced cinematographer, you know how to light up for the silver and different layers. When you put lesser light, it becomes grey. When you put more light, it flares up. Silver looks bad. Only this, to create a early morning sunlight feel, like it might have taken some 7 years, 8 years or 10 years for me to learn that. Just putting a sunlight feel, that's not enough. You need to raise the height. It's a morning 6 o'clock light which is coming through a window, or a 11 o'clock light when it goes top, which hits the ground, only the bounce light comes to the inside the house, or it's a dead top 12 o'clock light, or a evening 5:30 sunlight which penetrates through a window. These things only a cinematographer with experience will start analyzing and getting in his frame. So the assistants, oh okay, he's trying for a 5:30 sunlight, that's why he's put a warm filter on a par light. So I'm making a golden yellow light streaking through the window, rest are all cool. So that's why these things only when they assist somebody they'll know.
How do you choose your associates, sir? In that case, through what source do they reach to you? Do you take up only on the recommendation candidates, or do you generally walk up to institutes which are where people are getting graduate?
Never say no. Never say yes to a recommendation. I generally select them on their merit only. Basically, they need to come out from a film school, either from a film institute or a Viscom or a Masscom or electronic media. They need to have a academic background, and then they can come and learn from me. Main thing is passion.
Can you just name few of the institutes where you see that is a quality training has been running up over there?
I mean, there are lots of film schools now. Now Mindscreen, Rajiv Menon, he's got an institute in Chennai. That's a short-term course. They're really grooming up very well. And Whistling Woods in Bombay, and New York Film School. A lot of good schools are there.
And we'll just shift our discussion to actors part. Many people might look very appealing outside, but there's always a well-known term known as the photogenic face. So any aspiring artist, how would they judge themselves whether will I look best on screen or not? Or can he have an assumption, if I am a good actor, a best cinematographer like you can make me look good?
See, gone are those days where everything is perfect. Some people, they might look good and a little bit of imperfections in them make them really good.
Can you tell me what are those what do you see specific? Is that we read some like it's a jawline what you see for guys, and it's like hair and how
there are no fixed parameters where you can decide. Otherwise, see, you cannot ask every hero to be like Mahesh Babu.
Okay.
Still, other heroes are surviving. They're doing very well. Okay. They got their own identity. But then, as you told, they need to do a proper photo shoot with a nice photographer or somebody, study their face, and they have to try and avoid the wrong angles. I mean, of course, that depends on the cinematographer who is going to shoot you.
But there is an allegation on you that however the actor might look, you will make them look beautiful. So how do you counter that?
No, that's because I study the face very well. Most of the time what happens, you light up for the frame, create the mood. After that, I look only into the actor's face whom I am shooting. It is Rajini sir or maybe Raj Tarun, I am putting the same effort only.
A cinematographer lights up is seen with multiple intensities of light. He might put a warm light on the face, but in the background he might put a big light, and he works a lot. But at the end, when I am stepping into an auditorium, I am keeping a black tinted film and I am watching it just for the effect of third element depth. As a cinematographer, don't you feel that all his effort has gone for a toss just for that third element effect?
See, 3D is totally a different experience kind of feel, that's it. Even I have done first 3D advertisement commercial in India some time back. Okay. It's for a Whirlpool 3D refrigerator. It's basically in Hollywood, it's become like a major business. 3D is it's an experience. Okay. But for some people, when they watch a 3D movie, it really strains your eye, your mind, everything. Yeah. But at the same time, I wouldn't say 3D is a bad technique. You get a different experience on screen when you put a glass. It's darker. The cinematographer would have put so much of effort on a hero's face, given the sheen and lighting. Once when you see it on a screen, it's all dark and no contrast. But off late, now we got a very brilliant silver screen in all the theatres, even in Hyderabad we have. Okay. That's the reason all the top Hollywood movies are coming here.
Too many of your associates would have been turned as a DOPs right now. So can you tell us about your team?
I'm really proud to have one of my assistant called Dinesh. He's doing extremely well in Tamil, doing a lot of big movies in Tamil. He set a tone. See, the beginning, when you start your career, you need to do a best work in your first film. Like he did a movie called Sudu Kavam. Now he's working for Surya's movie, so he's got a good break. Another assistant, Yuvraj, he did Anurag Puri's movie. That also did very well in Telugu, and he's got a good name. He's doing a couple of movies. Another assistant called Prem. He is more into documentary and more realism. He did this movie Pasanga, all these good movies. I mean, that's what, when you really concentrate, put your effort and come, we can really achieve it in life. Apart from this, there are other assistants also with me. Nizar, who is doing, who has done 2 movies with Nani in Telugu. And then Lakshman.
He has done Puttagam in Tamil, I believe.
And then Vichegadu, Prasanna, the cinematographer.
So as you're talking about the commercials, you just mentioned that ever full 3D ad you have done, and how many ad films have you done till now?
I've done more than 2,500 commercials, from local to multinational brands.
How do you manage, like you're a full-time movie cinematographer, and in between you're doing this?
In this past 3-4 years, I would completely reduced my commercial shooting. I started my career from Rajiv Menon. So I used to shoot more commercials than movies. In a year, I used to shoot 1 movie, and then balance I used to work only with commercials. But my passion was more towards movie. You can do whatever you want. The previous night, whatever you think, next day you can bring it. You're like on Brahma creating something. When you come to commercial, that's not there. You need to show the product beautiful. It has to look, it has to sell. So that was the difficult thing, and I'm more passionate towards cinema. And I worked with a lot of celebrities, from Surya to Mahendra Singh Dhoni to all Mahesh Babu, all top people in the country. It's been a good experience. We try to do something which is in trend. That really helps you. But the real creative front happens only in the movie making, I feel. And the satisfaction, end of the day, see, I would have shot a commercial with Sachin Tendulkar, say on Coke ad. After 3 years, another Coke ad with Sachin, somebody else would have shot. After another 3 years, another Coke ad, somebody also shots. So they'll ask me, which Coke ad did you shoot? When I shot Setu 20 years, 18 years back, everybody says Ratnavelu cinematography in Setu. That's what they'll talk about, not your Coke ad.
We know that you're pretty much inclined towards directing a film as well. So when are you going to come up with your directorial venture, and if for that, who is going to be the DOP?
I mean, as such, I haven't fixed the DOP. I mean, since I've written it, everything is visually written. So maybe I might do, or if it's going to be very strenuous for me to do both the things, one of my associate would operate the camera for me.
Okay.
And I'm pretty much ready with the script and everything. But then back-to-back commitments, like I did Rajini Sir's movie, immediately I had to do Mahesh Garu's movie. Then when I did Chiranjeevi Sir's movie, I thought, let me take a time out. Now I have to do Suku Ramcharan's movie. So back-to-back commitments are there. So I don't know when I'm going to start, probably next year.
Will that be a bilingual, or?
I'm not calculating on bilingual, trilingual and all. I wanted to deliver some good film. If it's going to be a thriller, it has to be something stunning. Or if it's going to be like a dangal, it has to be really appealing and nice film. Something people see, already you're good in cinematography. Why do you, if you're going to another profession like direction, it has to be really good, and people have to appreciate. I don't want to do something path-breaking, groundbreaking, but I don't want to do the regular commercial mainstream masala thing. I want to do something good and interesting.
Usually every technician will have one film or one experience which has a long-lasting impression on their mind, and that pretty much motivates them to take up the profession. Can you name any such film or any particular scene which hooked your mind so much and it went on to have influence on you for a long time?
Mani Ratnam was my inspiration. Mani Ratnam and P.C. Sriram. We used to watch Agniya Chatram, Geetanjali, Nayak and all these movies. That time, seeing in a CinemaScope frame, widescreen format, the composition, PCCs, lighting, all those things really inspired me. That only made me to go to film school. I mean, after getting into film school, we get exposed to world cinema.
Can you mention any particular scene or shot which you felt like, wow, it's a magic created on screen?
No, I became a diehard fan of Mani Sir's film, so I can't mention one particular scene. I watched, and I was pretty lucky to work with him in Bombay. which was done by Rajiv Menon, my guru.
Thank you very much, sir. That's a load of information for aspiring people who would like to step into film industry.
Thank you, Rakesh. It was a pleasure talking to you.
సార్ ఐఎమ్ బ్యాక్ టు ది రెగ్యులర్ క్వశ్చన్స్.
Pravina, go ahead.
సార్ మీరు చాలామంది గ్రేట్ డైరెక్టర్స్తో వర్క్ చేశారు, చాలామంది గ్రేట్ ఆర్టిస్ట్తో వర్క్ చేశారు. సో గౌతమ్ మీనన్ గారితో మీరు సూర్య సన్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణన్కి వర్క్ చేశారు.
Yeah.
సో మీ వర్క్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఎలా ఉంది?
Gautam is a very cool director whom I worked with, and he's very good in romance, and especially the family love, husband wife or the love track he does very well. For him, first take is a okay take, so everybody has to be prepared. It's not like doing rehearsal, taking and then 5 takes, 10 takes and all. One way he believes in the spontaneity. Son of Krishnan also was a very interesting film from 1960s to probably 2005 is the period. So different Surya, and I treated everything with a tone like the 1960s Surya Simran combination, and then next you America San Francisco portion with Samira Reddy, and everybody who watched the movie said Samira looks stunning. I've never seen Samira Reddy so pretty, I mean very pretty, and
Samira Reddy was really looking very fabulous in that.
it was more an emotional film for both of us, because I lost my dad immediately. Within nearly 10 days, Gautam lost his dad also, and this movie is about fathers and relationship. So we shared a very emotional connect in this movie.
సో సుకుమార్ గారితో జర్నీ ఎలా స్టార్ట్ అయింది? ఎలా, హౌ ఈజ్ యువర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ విత్ హిమ్?
Suku, it started from Arya. I've already told my couple of my other interviews also. Like when they asked Suku, Dilraju Garu asked him for his first movie, what do you want? I want Ratnavelu cameraman for my movie. That was his only request, not the budget or other thing. Okay. Then I didn't know who Sukumar was that time. So I listened to Arya. I really loved the script. It was very different and very promising. So there our journey started. Then Jagadam, we tried to give something path breaking. And then Nenu Kadane and Kumari, with Ram Charan's movie. He's a wonderful human being, a nice person, very good friend. We talk a lot. We argue, we fight also. I mean off screen, not in the set. That's because we have a wonderful rapport. And then myself, Suku, Devi, we have a very good relationship. Devi is also an awesome guy. He delivers, just when you hint him, he'll compose and give you a tune. He tries to experiment with Suku, and it works out very well.
సో మీరు సుకుమార్ గారు, దేవి శ్రీ ప్రసాద్ గారు, నాకు తెలిసి హై ఎనర్జీ లెవెల్స్ ఉంటాయి మీరు కలిసినప్పుడల్లా. సినిమా విషయాలు కాకుండా ఇంక ఏ విషయాలు ఎక్కువ డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు?
We'll go outside and immediately within 10 seconds we'll come back to cinema. Our relationship is only cinema. Devi will tell, sir, every time we're talking about cinema. And again, he also come to cinema only. So we can't avoid that.
సార్, అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ది ఫిల్మ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ మీకు పర్సనల్గా క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఎవరు?
After coming to cinema, I lost my best friend. Lost in the sense because I've been traveling to Hyderabad, Chennai, traveling, no time to spend time with a friend. Srinivasan was my best friend, and he was the person who got the application for me in Film Institute, compelled me to become a cameraman, and he was a sound engineer in Prasad, and I would like to thank him also. But unfortunately, due to this profession, I'm not able to really go talk to him, spend time.
సో శ్రీనివాసన్ గారు, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండి. మీ వల్ల మాకు ఇంత గ్రేట్ టెక్నీషియన్ మా తెలుగు ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీకి దొరికారు. సార్, నేను విన్నాను మీరు కొన్ని బాలీవుడ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కూడా మీరు వదులుకున్నారు అని. సో దానికి రీజన్ ఏంటి?
Right from the beginning of my career, I started getting a lot of Hindi movies. అప్పుడు సేదు చేసినప్పుడు immediately I got Terenam and Akshay Kumar project, lot of projects I had. But somehow I was very comfortable with Tamil and Telugu.
సార్, మీకు హైదరాబాద్ సెకండ్ హోమ్ అయిపోయింది. సో యూ కీప్ ట్రావెలింగ్ మోర్ టు హైదరాబాద్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆస్క్ యూ హైదరాబాద్ గురించి ఒక 3 విషయాలు చెప్పండి అంటే?
I love Hyderabadi food. My wife used to, in Chennai, she used to scold me, what you've been tasting all this Natukodi Pulusu, Hyderabad Dum Biryani, all this thing. You come to Chennai and ask me this. And most hospitable people, very loving people. I love people here. They're very good. Even the lightmen who work with me are really care about you, love you. So I like Hyderabad. And the city is very clean and nice.
సార్, మీరు మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ లైట్స్. మిమ్మల్ని మేము లైట్స్ మధ్యలోకి తీసుకొచ్చేసాము. సో ఈ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఈ లైట్స్ మధ్యలో మీకు ఎలా అనిపించింది?
It's a brilliant light, I mean, atmosphere altogether. When I just walked in, I told, hey Rakesh, you found a wonderful location, brilliant location with so many lights. Light only gives an emotion and feel for me. Without light, there's no emotion. Even in my movies, I try to play only with lights. That only create the mood. Just go shoot in a flat light, you don't get the mood. A person gets heart attack. When you put a bright light, then you don't feel like he's getting heart attack. Only with the side light and shadow on his face, you get that. So I'm lucky to have this place for this interview.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్. మీరు ఎన్నో విషయాలు మాకు చెప్పారు. అప్కమింగ్ ఆస్పైరింగ్ సినిమాటోగ్రాఫర్స్కి, ఆస్పైరింగ్ డైరెక్టర్స్కి చాలా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ నుంచి వచ్చింది. అలాగే మీ గురించి కూడా మేము ఎక్కువ తెలుసుకున్నాం. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ టైమ్ ఫర్ అస్.
Thank you, Pravina. It was a pleasure talking to you.
సార్, మీరు మా హైదరాబాద్ చాలా గ్రీన్, నీట్గా ఉంది అంటున్నారు. సో ద సేమ్ ఇనిషియేటివ్, గ్రీన్ ఇనిషియేటివ్,
Go green.
గో గ్రీన్ ఇనిషియేటివ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్.
Hi, I'm cinematographer Ratnavelu. Please subscribe to Clapboard Productions.
చూశారు కదా, ఎన్నో టెక్నికల్ విషయాలు తెలుసుకున్నాం. అలాగే వచ్చే ఎపిసోడ్లో మరొక సెలబ్రిటీతో మీ ముందుంటాను. క్లాసిక్ టైమ్స్ విత్ ప్రవీణ.
చాలా కష్టాలు పడ్డామండి. చెప్పాలంటే దొంగచాటి ఫంక్షన్ హాల్స్కి వెళ్ళి తినేవాళ్ళు.
నవ్విన నిమిషం ఒక పూల వర్షం ఇక మొదలయ్యనులే చిటపట చినుకుల తడిపొడి మనసులో. అంధ్రానికి అలలే పరిచయం, కనులకి కలలే ప్రతిరోజు పరిచయం.